So we got ourselves a little change of plans for today's video. Didn't end up going to the gym last night because I got called into work, and I work at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, today's Monday, so I work at 3 a.m. My apologies, 3 a.m. on what's it called? Was it Wednesday? Tuesday morning. So it's looking like I'm gonna have to go to sleep today around 2 or 3 p.m. So if I went to the gym last night, I would have gotten home at like 2 a.m. Which is like what time I need to wake up for work. So it would have just like, I would have had to completely flip my sleep schedule. So I decided to go to sleep a little bit earlier last night so that I could wake up earlier today, take the less sleep today, and then go to sleep early again with the help of some like sleep aid, and then be able to go to the gym later tonight. So before I go into work. So I'll wake up at around 10 p.m., go to the gym at 11:30 probably. Which gives me enough time to go home and edit the video before I go out to work. But yeah, just a little unfortunate wrench in the plan, but sometimes that happens, you just gotta adapt. So I ended up taking 2 rest days in a row, which kind of sucks because like I really hate it, because it's one of those things where I didn't want to go to the gym, but I knew I should have forced myself to go to the gym. But with like the way the timing worked out, it would have just made the entire week worse, because I would, instead of getting like, 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night, I would have got 3 or 4 hours of sleep the night that I have to go to the gym, and then go into work after that, which means it just would have continued. It would have been a really bad day for me at the gym and it working out, and it worked. So I decided to just chalk it, take 2 rest days in a row. And now usually what happens when I take when I take a unplanned rest day, if you will, I'll just do like 4 or 5 days in a row. So let's say I do day 1 and day 2, I do my push and I do my pull, and then I take a rest day before I do my legs. After that, I'll just do legs, push, pull, legs without a rest day in those 4 days, so that I can just get back on the right cycle of when the rest day is. But I'm not going to do 6 days in a row. That's a little bit, don't get me wrong. I used to do 6 days in a row all the time, right? That used to be my program, was just 6 days in a row. There was a time where I worked out 7 days every single day of the week, and I would take no rest days, which, I don't think I was like hurting myself too much, but I think there is a little bit more benefit to a couple of rest days that are programmed into the week. And I actually have this program that I do, like I have it written down. I have, it's 2 weeks, right? I have, it's 2 weeks, and those weeks just essentially repeat. But there's no way that I could like give out the exact program that I do, because most of the time I'm not walking into the gym with the program in my hand that I'm going to do for the day. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but sometimes, equipment's broken or equipment's taken, so I just switch up the workout on the fly if I want to, as long as I'm making sure I'm hitting the correct muscle groups. Like on chest day, I had an upper chest and a mid chest, right? And then I'm pretty much good. Even then, like if you just go in there and you hit an incline and that's all you hit, you're going to be hitting the whole chest anyways on the incline. It's just like specialized movements, which even then, what does that even mean, right? But as long as I'm hitting, the lats and the middle back in workouts, so like at least 2 exercises, it's really not hard to program for this type of stuff, especially for me, because I'm programming for myself. When it comes to clients and things like that, I try to make sure that in the programming split, I'm putting enough workouts that are hitting enough on the muscle groups. So, because it's a little bit different when it comes to cookie cutter programs. Like if they're like, hey, can you create me a program? I got you, I send it out, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm doing a one-on-one coaching session and I'm looking at what they're lacking, and I'm looking at what they need to prioritize and target in their workouts, for most people, especially people that just want to get into the gym and work out and, get a little bit of muscle on their frame, a basic program isn't going to hurt them, right? But when it comes to like bodybuilding and things like that, I don't have any bodybuilding clients or anything like that, but when it comes to bodybuilding, you kind of create these specialized training programs for them that are specific to what their needs and like where they're lacking on their frame and whatnot. My shoulder's getting tired from holding the phone in my right arm. I got flies on me right now. But other than that, wrenching the plan, we just move forward, we move past, and we got a little chest day coming in. Tomorrow. I know, so I said the chest day was going to be today, but the chest day is going to be tomorrow. So, but just a little bit, I guess I was just rambling today. Other than that, I got some beautiful sun out here right now. It is so hard to see. My eyes are so sensitive, especially because I have blackout curtains in my room, because with my job, actually the blackout curtains initially because it's so sunny. My room gets sun at the end of the day. It is the hottest room throughout the entire night. So, you know, blackout curtains help keep the sun kind of out of there, but the blackout curtains are especially helpful when it comes to, you know, when I have to sleep at 3 p.m. and the sun doesn't set until 8 o'clock, you know. So there's 5 hours of sun that are trying to get in through my blinds when I'm trying to go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Which kind of sucks because, sometimes I do think about the circadian rhythm, how the body, you know, wants to go to sleep when it's nighttime out. So, you know, the body just naturally would like to do that, but you know, sometimes work calls and I got to answer. So, other than that, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time.